I have tried to make this video so many times already. I forgot to count how many times. I was looking for a day with some clouds, and we had 3 weeks of straight blue skies, not one single cloud in the sky. It was really good for, taking a stroll, but not very good for photography. But today is different. Today is very cloudy. It's also raining a little bit. So I'm looking forward to a little bit of photography. So today's video is going to be a little bit different than usual, because I'm going to be shooting with this beauty here. This is my really old Rolleiflex. I think this camera is from the late 30s. I think 35 or 37. And I love this camera. I bought it like 20 years ago in Italy, and I have shot with it many times in the past, but I never shot landscape photography with this one, especially long exposures. And a couple of weeks ago I got a message from one of the followers of the channel called Daryl, and he told me, "I like your videos, why don't you try and do the same with film photography? That should be really interesting." So I said, wow, that's a really good idea. So that's what we're going to do today. So thanks to Daryl for suggesting that idea. He has a really beautiful channel on cameras, photography and videography. So I'm going to link his channel in the description below. And it's been a really long time since I shot with this camera, so I don't know if you're going to be able to shoot any pictures. And it's raining a little bit, so I don't want to get it too wet. But let's try. So I have framed my first shot here, and apologies for the mic hanging out of here, but the sound of the waves is pretty strong. So it's pretty difficult to compose with this camera on a tripod because everything is flipped out. But I think I got a nice minimal composition with the jetty in the water. There's not a lot of waves, but it should be good. This camera itself doesn't have a thread for normal filters, so I just, as you can see here, I just taped 10-stop ND to the bottom lens, which is the one that you use to shoot, but I can still see my composition from the top lens, which is the lens that you use to actually compose your scene. I have my ND filter. Now I have to calculate my exposure time, because this camera is completely mechanical. It doesn't have any light meter, any electronics inside it. So how I'm going to do that? I'm going to do that in the bad way, which is I'm going to use my smartphone. So I have this app called Pocket Light Meter here, which is really simple. You just put in your ASA value and your f-stop, and it gives your exposure time when you look at the scene. Not the best way to do it, but the only way to do it for me, because I don't have a light meter. So I'm checking the scene at the moment. I'm using 100 ASA film, Diamond FX16. I'm gonna check on the sky. It tells me about 1 second, and then on the water it gives me a reading of 1.6 seconds, and the sand gives me about 2 seconds. So I think something in the middle, maybe 1.6 seconds. It's the time without the filter. And then I'm going to use another app, my filter app, an easy app. I'm going to put that into my app. So 1.6 seconds. 1.6 seconds with 10 stops. Oh, that's pretty long. That gives me 28 minutes. I definitely don't want to wait 28 minutes. So let me try again. Instead of using f16, let me change that to something like f11 or f8. 1/5, 1/4, so about 1/4 of a second, and that gives me 4 minutes. So let's try with 4 minutes. Alright, so I do have my remote here. Let's start the timer. 4 minutes. Finger crossed. Alright, so I just moved a little bit more along the beach where I can possibly get a more minimal shot just of the water with a little bit of sand. I think that suits the type of film that I'm using, which is Acros, and also I think it suits the square format of the camera. So let's try and meter the scene, because the light changed a little bit. It's getting brighter pretty easily. So if I meter for this, now it should be around 1/20 of a second at f8. So if I put that into my app, with 10 stops is about 1 minute, so it's definitely faster than before. It's 1/4 of the exposure time of the last image. So I only have a 10 stop filter here, so I better get this done quickly before it's too bright to take any pictures. One thing that I understood in this 20 minutes that I'm out here, film photography in these conditions, it's really difficult, especially if you're vlogging, you don't have a light meter and it's raining. So let's get to it. So last shot for today, I think, because the light is getting pretty harsh, the sun is out. I'm trying to get another minimal composition with the seat being slightly more diagonal in the frame than just straight up, to see how it looks. It's another 2 minutes. The best thing about this whole film thing is that you never know what you're gonna get. I'm not even sure that this shutter release is actually working. I might have taken lots of empty frames. I guess we'll find out when I develop the film, but it's really fun. Alright, let's try 2 minutes. Fingers crossed. Go, there's no coming back. Alright, I think I'm gonna finish the roll of film now. I think I have another couple of shots left, so I'm gonna focus on doing that. I'm gonna end this short video here. Thanks again to Daryl for suggesting this photo shoot with film. I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to see the pictures. Hopefully there's gonna be something good, and I'm definitely gonna use my Rolleiflex more in the future. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video, remember to give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel, And as usual, have a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.